relationship, and you're speaking with an ex still, or something with benefits, when is the right time to cut them off?
Immediately.
God, the silence was golden.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I don't keep in touch with exes.
Anytime.
This wouldn't be an issue for me.
So at what point? Okay, so you as the minute they're your ex, they're gone anyway.
They're gone, they're not.
Okay.
I'm a bit different.
Okay. Split.
I've only had maybe 2 exes that I'm still friends with, but not good in terms of like, let's hang out.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
You're
but
in
it's
touch.
very chilled, you know. Sometimes it depends, you know, mutual friends, all that stuff. It's hard to just say, oh, I'm never going to speak to this person ever in my life again. But if we're talking about let's hang out, let's do stuff together, let's talk how we used to, no, definitely not.
No.
So I agree in that sense,
Yeah.
like you just separate yourself. They've moved on, I've moved on, you know, they've, like, when I say moved on, like married, kids, all of that. So it's not something that I'll regard as a negative if they are around, but it's just they're not there for any specific reason. It's just I don't really see.
So you don't see having an ex in your life before you start. You're going out there now. You're looking for your husband. Like this.
Depends on which one. Depends on what ex we're talking about.
The ones that you've got in mind. Would you not? Any ex, right? Would you not see that as a threat to your relationship? Although but he might, and you're not aware that most guys
if he does,
but most guys will.
Yeah,
so why
I
not
get
get rid of him?
I would, but I would only
From the jump.
only if I felt like he, you know, felt like that. Yeah, if my partner felt like that particular friend, and I say friend loosely, like I said, because we don't hang out or anything.
Yeah.
If they felt like, oh, I couldn't speak to them anymore because it's going to ruin our relationship, blah blah blah, then of course naturally I'll be like, okay, fine, because it'll be minor, I could say that. And I think that those particular friends I'm talking about, exes, they'll understand it. But the ones that I can categorically say I'll never speak to again, they're all blocked.
Right.
They know who they are. So
see, we're saying
that's absolutely fine.
Chrissy, get rid. Get rid. Get
I think
rid.
you need a clean slate. I think you need the right headspace to be dating. You can't have any loose nothings. Baggage.
Yeah.
Anybody in the periphery. You can't have anybody in your ear.
And if you don't fancy them,
it doesn't matter. You slept with them.
Ooh.
yeah. Well, I only kissed them once.
Well, oh, sorry. For me, that's so intimate, and I feel like soul ties exist as well. Wow. So it's just long. It's long.
There's soul ties on the spiritual world, isn't it? Like even if they could be miles away, but
yeah,
that connection, that bond, and
so
you know.
Yeah, I think I
don't know.
I think you should let go.
I'm not advocating for still hanging around. I'm just saying.
I personally do have somebody that I still stay in contact with, but this is somebody that I've known since a child. So it goes, it goes, and I'm talking, I was like 13, shout out. And I had a very, very difficult, there's 2 milestones in my life that was probably the most difficult times of my life. And he was there to support me. There's nothing more than support.
Yeah.
And I could never, ever, I'll always remember that. I can't, and I'm loyal. Like, if someone's good to me, I can't.
So if your husband said no,
I'm the same. See?
Oh wait.
Sorry.
Said knock it off.
I think
this is now going to be your husband. You know, it is going down that's the trajectory.
No,
you and him to spend the rest of your lives together.
I would be willing to do that, and I know that he would support that because he is supportive of my progression.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, so I don't think there'll be any pushback on either side. But what about? Equally, you've got guys in the background. What about friends? What about lifestyles? Like you said, are you ready to start dating if you haven't stopped going out? And what about the dress code?
Right.
What about
all of it? It should all be addressed.
Yeah, are you still shooting up those first pics?
I don't think you should. If you're if you are on the path to becoming a wife, so you ain't got your husband yet, but you are just a wife. I think I remember we had a conversation about like you have to be a wife first, and then your husband will come, right?
So you've got to present.
Present like a wife, right?
Yeah.
And do you think your bikini photos and your first strap photos on Instagram are giving off that impression?
I don't know. I don't know
nowadays.
No, the reason why is because I see a lot of women that are doing that. They're living their best life and they're still getting a ring on it. So I just don't know if it's a black and white as that.
I think if they've got their ring, we don't know how they got that. Yeah, so let's not talk on people on it. We don't know how they got that. Okay, no, it's true. We don't know what they did, right?
But maybe we should.
We don't know what they did.
Ways to get a ring, because I just thought it was quite, you know, they were obviously to him.
But for me, it's about access, and I know men don't like it when there's a lot of other men that have access to their women.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Instagram is a very easy way for men to get free access. Now they are ogling your photos. Men can screenshot and share your photos to their group chats. They can do anything with this, right? And this is just you putting yourself out there like this.
That's great.
So I am saying, as a woman who is dating, getting ready to date, she needs to be mindful that why is she dating? Why are you even dating? Because remember, when I was dating, it was good times, isn't it? But obviously, I knew in the back of my mind I wanted to be a wife one day, have a family, everything else, but the vision wasn't clear enough. The actual how it looked wasn't clear enough. And I feel like that's what's happening now. Women are dating, they know they want to get married, they know this is what the life should be like. But I don't think it's clear enough. I don't think it's clear. Because if we're saying, look,
signs, because
lose weight, go to therapy, and cut out certain friends, maybe change your lifestyle, don't go out as much, stop drinking. This is what's it, misogynistic now? Like, what?
So you don't think women of today are willing to make the sacrifices required to present as wifey? So do you think that applies to women that are over 35? Could it be that they're in that women over 35 who are unmarried haven't presented right?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
No.
No.
I don't think they've caught up with the times. I don't think.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so let me explain. So we're all over 35. This is fine, which is why we're discussing this, yeah? After 35, we get stuck in our ways. We've had enough experiences. We've delved into different things as well. Our lifestyles has changed. We have friends and family around us who have progressed in life in all different types of way, right? So then when it comes to now deviating from what you already know, okay, to now saying, I'm going to take getting married seriously. They don't know where to start. Okay, and then when they are giving advice, this is by men who are simps, they're incels, they don't like women, they're so defensive. They're not taking accountability, they're not realising times are changing, they're not realising that they are stuck in their way and they are stubborn, and they're taking that same mentality and saying, no, I'm gonna find a husband.
See, I think there needs to be a balance, you know. I think there's one thing that might be missing here is that I don't think it is wise to also lose your whole personality and your whole character just to get a husband, because that husband can also that guy can also ruin your life, could be the worst husband, could be the most toxic individual you'll ever meet in your whole entire life, and you won't know that until you're 5-6 years in deep. So
but do you know what men want though?
I understand.
Do you know what men want? Do you know what kind of wife? Do you know what kind of... No, but that's for the man you meet or the men you meet while you're dating to explore. Because just like you could be like, I want my husband to be X, Y, and Z. If he turns around and says, I want my wife to be X, Y, and Z, no one should be mad.
Guess what? The difference is, I don't want anyone to change. I want to exist, to be that existing character.
So if you have a date with him...
You can say to him, I like you, but by the way, you know what? Throw away those ripped jeans.
No, not throw them away. Throw them away. Throw them away.
Just that in it. Maybe I might, actually. I might. But you get my drift. I'm not going to say I like you, but... Okay, how about this? I like you, but... he's a bus driver, but I want you to go and do a course to be...
But why would you be dating a bus driver if you know you don't want to be with a bus driver?
But you're happy to change it, man.
I'm not happy to change it. Okay, fine. I'm not going to change that, but easy.
Right. Well, then why should someone change you?
No one will change me. They'll just tell me this is what I expect from a wife.
Right, okay.
Right, there's expectations.
That's it. This is why I expect from a wife.
But then what my point is that the expectations need to be realistic. So, for instance, okay, let's say I'm a social butterfly. Everybody knows that, quite frankly. And what my exes also know is that I'm pretty chilled and I can be the wife, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So having them be able to have that openness with me that, you can go out, obviously don't because I love to explore, I like to try new things, I like to go to new restaurants, maybe there's a bar that's opening, or, I like to be social, it's within my culture, I suppose. that I don't really want to get rid of, and I'd rather that my partner came with me most of the time, yeah. Or if I'm with my girls, I don't want any issues. I don't want anyone telling me, oh, you can't do this, that, and the third, because I think that that's also taken away from me and my character, my personality. And that's what I'm trying to say is that yes, I can be a wife, but it's up to you to accept me how I am, so that we can meet halfway. It's not about you coming in and dictating to me.
Absolutely.
That, by the way,
but if he says these are my requirements, this is where you just say no.
Indeed, but and hence here we are. Right, married. Perhaps we said no a few times. Personally, I've never had
anyone person.
Anyone dictate to me how to behave, or anyone find.
But would you be opposed to it? Would you be opposed to a man saying, "I don't particularly like how you go out after 10 p.m. even if it is just to have a girls' night out, and I would rather you just be at home." And call me, you come to see me, but I just want to know that you're safe. And the only way I feel that you're safe... No, wait. This is just him saying it, okay? Only way I feel and know you're safe is if either with me or you're at home.
No, that's the
okay. He's not saying, oh, when you go out on a night out, you can't go out on a Friday night, Saturday night out with your girls. Yeah. Not even. Because I don't think that is. No, I don't think that is.
No. And
what would you say? That's just an example.
No.
But what would
tell
you
you
say?
what I will be willing to do. What I will be willing to do is made my Instagram private, which is fine. That's okay. That's not an issue. I'll even be willing to shut it down. But I guess it'd be something I do. I wouldn't like him to dictate that. He'd have to have a really good reason why he's telling me.
Right. But why can't he tell you that though? Because you've told him to Benny's ripped jeans.
No, that's controlling though.
It's controlling. He's been wearing those ripped jeans since he was 17, and now you're telling him.
That's not an adult at this point. Where is actually not an adult at this point? He's actually a child.
But
a child.
Let's say for instance, right? I'm quite happy for him to say, look, I don't like the lashes, or he can express
quick
it.
Fixes, yeah.
Well, whether I actually change it or not, I don't know. Yeah. Right. But at the end of the day, I'm not changing anything about who I am. I'm pretty proud and confident of who I am. I'm a good woman. I have wife material.
Yeah.
I'm very sure.
Okay, so
and I don't.
And you met me like this. Where's your issue?
Right.
You met me like this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
no flexibility.
No. There is flexibility, but what I'm saying is the flexibility needs to be realistic. So if someone's telling me, "Oh, you need to be home at 10 p.m," you are actually not my dad.
Wow.
You're actually not my mum.
Wow.
So you're not my keeper. You're not my guardian. So for me, I'm an adult. I was an adult before you met me. I'm an adult when I'm in a relationship with you. And if anything, you should have that level of respect, because I'm not going to dictate to you.
So you said
you can't go out if you're
you should stop clubbing. So you said you should stop clubbing.
You can't go out with it. Yeah, I'll cut it down, because it's only, in fact, clubbing. I don't go clubbing. Yeah. I'll go to maybe a bar or something, yeah. But if he says, oh, you know what, I'm really keen on you, maybe not going out as much, yeah, that's fine. That's minor.
Yeah.
But not telling me that you have to be home at Cinderella time frame.
No.
That's nuts to me.
No.
That's like telling me, oh, I want you to, and then the time will go down and down and down. Next thing you know, I'm in bed at 7 p.m.
And I just want to if that is what it takes to be a wife, then count me out, okay? So count me out.
That's fine.